Hello, everybody, and a very warm welcome to the QuickBooks Labs podcast. I can't even say with the UK's number one QuickBooks podcast anymore because there's a new podcast on the launch. I don't know if you guys have seen it happening, but we've got over from the US. All I talk about now is going to Vegas. I say I've already dropped it. I've already dropped it in there. That's every time someone speaks to me. It's well, when I was in Vegas, I did this. So yeah, don't worry. That's all I talk about now. But over in Ireland, Clive, Hand, and them lot, they've got a QuickWorks podcast now. So we're not even the number one. Well, we don't know where we are in that ranking, but yeah,
we're still number one.
Are we still number one? Are you claiming that? Are you?
I'm taking it.
Are they Ireland or Northern Ireland?
I've got no awards. I'm taking
Ireland.
it.
That's not UK then, isn't it?
So we don't. Okay, so from a technicality point of view, we still get our number one status. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Excellent. Bringing you fresh insights, juicy tips, clever shortcuts to help you master QuickBooks like a pro. I'm your host, Aaron Patrick, aka the QuickBooks Chap. I'm proud to be the Digital Disruptor of the Year. I actually need to remove that because I'm not the Digital Disruptor of the Year.
No, you're not.
Anymore.
Sorry.
I've messed up really there. But joining me is my panel of absolute QuickBooks experts. Charlie, do you want to go first? Who are you and why you're here?
I am Charlie Khan. I'm an accountant based in London. Long time QuickBooks user. So long since QuickBooks worked on an abacus when I started using it. I run a group on Facebook for QuickBooks Pro advisors.
Definitely. And you've got to get yourself over to there. Speaking of which, we still forgot to actually put it onto the link, but we'll get that sorted at some point. Hashtag Audit Amy. You're alive. You've got through some of the worst of it. How's it going? Talk to us. Why are you here? Who are you?
2 months living in the cupboard of my audits. November, I'm back. I'm prepping for Christmas. Bring it on. Yes, so I'm an accountant and auditor based in Dunstable, Bedfordshire. Long time QuickBooks user, probably not as long as Charlie, sorry, but big fan and always excited about the technology that's coming our way from Intuit.
Amazing. And we are here live. Well, I'm here live from Intuit themselves. So I'm sat in the London office. So if you see a little laser pointer on me at any point, that's the guns are pointed at me. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah. Okay, but I'm not allowed to say that either. So okay, oops, it's not a great start. But we are part of the Ask the Accountant network. We're here to deliver you all your things you need to know about the world of accountancy and bookkeeping. And we've got some great content coming your way. So make sure you look out for it, including a very special grid walk that's coming with our very own Amy as well. So we'll post that when it comes live. But yeah, keep yourself excited for that one. And we won't be anywhere without our amazing community as well. We got people like Kirsty in the chat, keeping us honest. Hello, Kirsty. Hope you are doing well. And if anyone else is in the chat, just drop us a little message and we'll go through from there. Righty-ho, let's talk about final bit of housekeeping. We're available on all your favorite podcast platforms and new episodes go live the first Wednesday of each month, which we're probably going to struggle at because we're a bit late doing this one. But yes, we will make sure we go through from there. Be sure to subscribe, whatever your podcast for a monthly dose of QuickBooks know-how and a bit of banter too. So here we are. Let's get on with it. We have a very short agenda for today. So we're going to be very loose. And the main reason for that is because as much as I want to show off some of the new stuff and talk about new stuff, I'm still a little bit worried about NDAs. I don't know what's we're allowed to talk about, what we're not. Can we talk about agents yet? Can we not? We don't know. But I would say for anyone who's wanting to listen to all of the new stuff and all of that, we are definitely going to be making sure that after next week, when we know there's a particular deadline, a date that comes along. We're going to be making sure we get a content out to you about all of the new stuff. We're going to be talking about the agents. We're going to be talking about what they do. We'll probably be wowing Charlie, because I don't know if you've seen any of the agents yet. Have you, Charlie?
I haven't seen them yet. No.
Well,
Have you,
this is our job. We're going to try and convert you, right?
You missed that episode,
Oh,
Charlie.
that was the episode I missed. Yeah. And I haven't gone back to see it yet.
Our job is to convert you to actually use the agents, right? We're gonna throw them at you. We're gonna let you talk about them and go.
No, I'm looking forward to. I mean, I use ChatGPT every day, and I've used other AIs. I'm looking forward to playing with the agents, definitely.
I mean, speaking of ChatGPT, I know this is off topic a little bit, but have you been using the Atlas, the new browser that got released 2 weeks ago?
No, they got a whole ChatGPT browser.
Yeah. So it got released 2 weeks ago. On that day, we did a video on the Ask the Accountant channel. So thanks for watching. But no, honestly,
it's school run time. It's on my to-do list to watch back, and I'm sure it's on everyone else's to-do list to watch back.
But we used that browser, and the first thing I did with it was I went to QuickBooks in a very sensible and safe environment, sandbox, and basically let ChatGPT go on it. So the idea of the browser from ChatGPT is that it has agent mode built directly in, and you can say, oh, can you post my transactions in QuickBooks, for example, and it will go through and start posting those for you during that thing. And the best thing is you can watch it happen. You can jump in at any point. You know, you're in control of what passwords it can and can't see and all that sort of stuff, right? So it's your environment. You can look after it. But highly recommend, if you have a play with it, is what I would highly recommend to do. But if not, just to have a look at those videos and stuff and the power that's there. But really exciting. Charlie's still there? You there?
Yeah, can you hear me? My camera keeps going off for some reason.
No worries. Okay. Awesome. All right.
I think you need to explain where you've been, Aaron. I think just in case people have not quite seen it all over your socials or anyone else's socials. Back to basics.
And that is our main topic for today, is how much of a lucky boy I've been.
So jealous. Where have you been, Aaron?
I went to a little event called Intuit Connect. Now, before I talk about my experience at Intuit Connect, because I've got many stories, and we'll go through them all. I want to listen to, and so we can compare and contrast, the other person who's been to an Intuit Connect event in the room, which was Charlie. Charlie, when did you go? How long ago? All that sort of stuff. Just fill us in. Give us a background of it so that we can compare and contrast.
Well, I took the my camera's gone off again. Look at this.
He's actually gone.
Disappears. I've no idea what's going
on.
on.
He's back.
No.
This is weird.
Oh, he's back.
There we go. I went back in. I think
just before you say that, though, we don't want to have a tax calc and engager-esque event. Did you see that went horribly wrong for them? Bless them. So let's hope that there's no gremlins going on in the world at the moment. So go for it, Charlie. Go for it.
So right. Well, they first launched QuickBooks. It was called QuickBooks Connect back then, rather than Intuit Connect, and they launched it in 2000. I think 2013 was the first one, but they had a sort of small event the year before that, which I was also invited to, which was very, very lovely. There were about 50 or 60 accountants over there for that, mainly US and Canadians, but a few of us. And then the first proper QuickBooks Connect, I think, was 2013 in San Jose. And it was amazing. Really, really good. I went to about 3 of them. One year they had Oprah Winfrey was the kind of guest of honor on stage, and another year was, I think, was Jessica Alba, and I mean, they have all sorts of interesting people at these things. I mean, it's huge. I mean, the QuickBooks Connects in the UK are very, very good, but the American ones are 10 times bigger. I mean, we've not had
we've not had a UK get QuickBooks Connect for a while, right? 2023 was that last one.
Yes.
Did you? You've been to that one, haven't you, Amy? You went to that one, all right?
Yeah, that was my first kind of QuickBooks event that I went to, was the 2023 one. My one and only. So no US trips for me yet. QuickBooks, if you're listening.
Don't say no. Don't say never.
I'll be available next year.
Well, the Canada ones, maybe. You could go to the Canada ones, right?
Oh, yeah. I haven't been to Canada. I quite like Canada. Oh, no, sorry. All about
because it's
I will get the gossip.
Yeah, Countex Canada now at the moment, so you can see all the
Yeah.
people out there, can't you? So yeah, brilliant times. So Charlie, so you're the best. I'll give my, but you're the best person to compare and contrast. So you were just touching on their American versus UK QuickBooks Connects. I mean, how would you compare them?
Well, it's hard to compare because the American one is so much bigger. It is a lot of fun. They have, I mean, the kind of area where you have all the third-party software companies plying their trade was, I mean, 5 times bigger or 10 times bigger than we have here. That's where I got to meet a whole load of new software providers that I'd never even heard of before. The sessions, I mean, there's like 3,000 or 4,000 people there. I think maybe it's even bigger now. Might be bigger now.
Yeah, it's 5,000. Yeah,
5,000. Okay, and so there are lots and lots of breakout sessions. I thought the sessions were really, really good in the years that I went. And Intuit looked after us very, very well. They lots of little sort of side events for people invited to those, and nice dinners and things. And getting to meet some of the senior people in Intuit that to me was really interesting, to get to meet some of the senior people in Intuit, find out what it is that their kind of long-term strategies are, and occasionally being able to influence them. I mean, not just me on my own, but if you're sitting at a dinner with board level people of Intuit. One dinner I was sitting with Scott Cook at one dinner, which was nice. The founder of Intuit, for those who don't know.
Wow.
Which is very nice. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, really, really good. So glad you got a chance to see that, Aaron. It was, I'm sure it was a lot of fun.
I don't know if you've seen my content, but it was a pinch me moment multiple times. The amount of people I actually got to pinch me, I could probably file for like GBH or something, I think. All these marks on it, but no, it was much needed, like that pinch. So I'll kind of give you a bit of breakdown of how it went for me, and then we'll start talking about the actual announcements, and we can kind of go through from there. So first and foremost, I for the first time ever went in a business class flight. Yeah. I didn't know this, but because I didn't want to be too like over the top here, so I just arrived to Heathrow on the Elizabeth line. So I got the train into London, got into there, went into, I think apparently I was at the completely wrong entrance, because there's a whole special entrance for business class if you'd have gone certain way.
Oh, lounge.
What airline were you?
Before the lounge, so this was Virgin. So before the lounge,
oh yeah, Virgin. You get
there's
a card
actually a desk. Yeah, there's a desk to let you through as business class that's different to your normal desk. You get your own security area as well. You don't have to go queue with the those other riffraff. No, it was surreal. Getting the opportunity to go into the lounge, like we were saying, enjoying all that element. Got on the plane, got one of these planes that could turn into a bed at any point if I needed to press the wrong button. Just surreal. So grateful.
Well, if you got the Virgin car to take you to the airport, they drive you straight into a special entrance, and then someone comes to the car and meets you and takes your luggage for you.
Yeah.
That's very special.
I mean, I just I was wet to it all, wet behind the ears, so I just turned up normally, like I would normally do.
You were keeping your feet on the ground. You didn't want to. You didn't want to go. You were like, I'm grounded. I'm getting the tube.
Because if I'm honest, I've ruined every holiday going forward now. Because now
I'll
go to the plane.
No, there's no going back to business class.
What do you mean this chair doesn't go into a bed? What's cracking up here?
Where's my champagne?
yeah, exactly.
Oh wow,
Charlie, you are not having great time with your oh my, it's even worse.
I think there's something going on in the world this week. Something's going on.
There is. You can hear us, okay, can't you, Charlie?
Yes, yeah. And I can hear you fine. You can hear me, right? It's just my camera is going up. Yeah.
So continue on this flight. I land into Vegas. Now, I feel like this is how the world was kind of telling me that maybe I shouldn't be in first class, because it's the first time I've ever had this. But we're flying down, and then suddenly we had to jump back up again. The aborted landing, right? For a very legitimate reason. There was still a plane on the runway. So, yeah, glad the pilot saw that. So, come back round.
Not experienced that before.
No, same here. I've never ever had a problem, but that came into landing. Then I was met by someone to take me to my hotel and all that sort of stuff. That was lovely. Was insistent that they had to carry the bags. I was like, no, I'll carry these bags, thank you.
Still keeping grounded.
I've got camera equipment in here. No, it was yeah. That was more because it was heavy. That's what it was. And then got to hotel. So lovely hotel, all that sort of stuff was absolutely brilliant. Loved that part of it. But the exciting thing was, as soon as I landed, and it was just literally the hour that I landed, it started. There was a pre-com party. So I get myself over to this pre-com party. It was by a pool. We're in Vegas, right? So you expect it was nighttime. So I wasn't jumping in the pool or anything, but still, lovely environment. Who do I bump into? Jordan from Journey.
Yay!
So, say hello to her. And it's always funny as well, because we live on the same train line to get into London, the EMR service, and we've always joked that at some point we'll sit down on the way back off on a train journey, catch up, all that sort of stuff, and we never have. Like, bear in mind, we're both going to London like multiple times a week at the moment. But going out to Vegas, that's where I get to see him. So that was great. Then the next day I got the opportunity to go and see the event for its first time. Like Charlie was saying, this is size like of a completely different match. There was 3 floors. If you have a chance, please go and watch the grid walk I did, because that's the first thing that I committed to getting done. I was talking to every vendor I could do. There was UK vendors there as well, like Mayday and people like that.
Cool.
There was opportunity to talk to all of the staff, and one of my favorite things about talking to the staff there, a lot of them are ex-UK staff who'd moved over to the New York branch and kind of gone from there. So those guys, like, finally get to congratulate them, right? Because they just disappeared one day. So I had that opportunity to talk to them. Absolutely amazing. I was press as well, so I got a special badge and I got a special opportunity to, go do things. The swag was unbelievable. Like,
don't
laser.
Get me started on that video.
A Stanley.
You got a laser.
A Stanley drinking thing.
That
I got to laser the QuickBooks chap onto. So they laser engraved it for you on there. They were doing embroidery as well if you wanted embroidered stuff. All that sort of stuff was absolutely amazing. And basically, I was part of an embargoed media product press conference as well. So that was, it was absolutely mad. Then the main stage happened. And for me, I've always remember, like, 2013 was that last one that I remember. I remember the excitement for all these announcements. And I got the privilege of having like a press release beforehand. So I knew what was coming. And I knew that everyone was going to be so excited for all this stuff, right? People were going to be cheering and everything else. And being British, we kind of just,
nod.
Yeah.
Nod and clap.
Yeah. There was me cheering and whooping, and I was told to sit down, right? But everyone else, I was threatened to be removed. I was too excited, But in America, everyone was excited. Like, every announcement, everything. Yeah, it was surreal. It was surreal. After that, we had a bit of a, after party kind of vibe and all that sort of stuff that was going there. And then the next day, the big day for me, the Intuit product keynote. Oh, and we went for a few drinks and meal and all that sort of stuff. But the next day was the chance to go and get excited about this whole product reveal and everything else that went with it. So I was also given the opportunity to do one-to-one meetings as well with people like Michael Hitchcock and stuff like that. So I got that sort of opportunity.
Wow.
And one of the really proud, and this is something I've not been able to talk about, and I finally can, is we were able to meet up with the rest of the Intuit Accounting Suite people. So we'll talk about what Intuit Accounting Suite is in a minute.
Yeah.
But there's been a group of us. There's 5 of us in the world. I was the one UK representation, and we've been helping build this behind the scenes and understanding what the pain points was and all that sort of stuff that comes with it. I've been trying to get that done. So I finally got a chance to meet all those people and say hi. And
cool.
A photo opportunity. There's a T-shirt that only us get to have an opportunity to do and all that sort of stuff. So that was amazing. Queen Latifah.
No, Latifah. Queen Latifah.
Oh my goodness.
She was there.
Jeez.
Apparently, I should have been excited more about that one. But yeah, no,
You should have known who she was.
I didn't know who she was. But in all honesty, though, she was brilliant. Like, she was really, really good to kind of
She is
listen to and
good.
all that stuff. All sorts of main people that are on the stage and everything else. And then came to Connect Fest. Now, Charlie, me and you, right? We go to these events, we enjoy them.
Yeah.
Good food, good drink, good talk, good chat, right? Like, that's what we go for. If anything, sometimes we sit there and go, if only they could turn the music down, right? Like, if only the way to turn the music down a little bit so that we could continue our conversations. Yeah. Amy, I've seen you out there. You go for all of it, right? You enjoy
louder the better.
There's a contrast.
I don't have to talk to you.
me and Charlie enjoy them in different ways, and maybe you do, Amy, right? I made the most of every moment of that Connect Fest. So imagine the scene. You turn up. It's a club in Vegas. It's 3 floors, this club. There's food, there's drink, there's you're all given these lights on and all this, that, and the other, and everything else. The dance floor opens and you're in there. You can't not, right? You can't not go in there. Met some people that never knew before this event. Now friends for life sort of idea. It was that sort of vibe,
nice.
that sort of opportunity. So it was great. Enjoyed all that. Afterwards, we went to Brewdog of all places, and I got to show off my the fact that I have a Brewdog share card. So I was using that to get myself
over there as well.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were there.
It's a rooftop
the Brewdog obsession.
Continues
around the world.
It doesn't matter where we are. And I was tempted to do a podcast while I was there, but I was told no.
Yeah.
You're on a night out. I enjoy it. Then we went Fremont Street, and we flew down Fremont Street, and we were in our harness and thingy down there.
Wow.
Made the most of it. Very, very, very much good fun. And then the final day was all about like talking to everyone, like trying to get as much conversations going as possible. There was more one-to-ones and everything else. I got Simon Williams, who, if you've not had a chance to speak to him, he's amazing. He basically looks after us accountants in the account side of thing. I got to meet Ted Calavan and all those sort of people and have those opportunities. Wow. There's final bits and final elements that came in, and then finally I'm going to leave you where you are, Charlie, because I don't know if that's going to work any better, but in fact no, let's try it. Let's go on, we'll do that. You're on mute at the moment though. And then the final bit, just to talk about it, was the group of friends who we met at that dance floor. We all decided that it was time to go and just experience one last bit of Vegas. So we went to a Star Wars show. Now it was a different type of Star Wars than what I remember.
I know what this is.
Yeah. It was a burlesque.
It's been in London.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. My brother has been to it.
Empire Strikes Back, it's called.
Yes.
What a moment. Charlie, I'm going to move you to the other one, I think, because you're getting feedback. But I think you can still hear us, so that's fine.
I've heard exactly what happens in that show. So, yes, I can appreciate the shock that you probably had, not knowing what it was.
Oh, I was kind of aware, but I didn't expect it to be to this extreme, right? But yeah, now I see R2-D2 in a whole new world. So, yeah. And then that was it. Back home.
What was this, a Star Wars musical or something?
I would call it a musical, yeah.
Do you know what, Charlie? We'll get you some tickets.
No thanks.
Yeah, we should be.
I hate musicals at the best of times.
Oh, well, this is a whole different type of Star Wars. Trust me, this
isn't brand new. Yeah, it's a new take on musicals. I really think.
Okay. So they're sort of like a Hamilton version of Star Wars or something.
Yeah, you could call it that, couldn't you, Aaron?
I did enjoy Hamilton. I did enjoy that. Yeah.
Less, maybe less clothes, maybe than Hamilton, but yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you were going to go. It was camp. This was
still clothes.
Calcutta version.
There were clothes.
Minimal clothes.
Yeah.
Right.
Minimal okay. So it was a tasteful camp version rather than. Yeah.
Aaron, very important question.
Yeah.
Who was DJing in the club?
Should I know that? I can tell you what song to play.
Famous ones. They usually have famous DJs.
I maybe.
Okay,
now heard of Queen Latifah, Amy. Give him a break.
All I know it was the Jewel nightclub, and I may have shouted at
I'll
one
Google
point
it. I'll Google it.
because I don't know if you've all seen. I overuse this in my content, but there's a certain quote from a certain person in our industry who says that Zero do the best parties, and I keep that quote is something that comes up on my content a lot, and I use that a lot as like a. I may have accidentally at some point during the night shouted that that we do better parties than Zero. That may have came out.
Massive cheer. Massive cheer from the crowd. Yeah, I wish that was recorded. I bet someone recorded it. We'll find it. We'll track it down for the listeners.
My glasses may have been active at that time, so it may come out at some point. It may not. It depends on how much I feel like I'm being cancelled at some point. So
just as long as they weren't active during the Star Wars show.
Well, they even say they even pointed out cameras on your glasses. They even say that you're not allowed to do
wow.
That. So,
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's me talking about the event. Honestly, opportunity of a lifetime. So grateful to go there and bring it in. Now let's talk about what was announced, because I think that's what people are excited for, right? And again, we've got to be a little bit careful here because some of everything I saw at the event isn't embargoed. I can talk about that. That's absolutely fine. But we definitely will get more information in the coming weeks, and keep an eye out for the content there because we can go in more detail. So the first big announcement was Intuit Intelligence, which is effectively, I'm doing it disjustice saying this, but the idea is that you will get a ChatGPT chat box directly in the product, and you can ask questions, put it through and think. I was about to say think Jax, but we all know that it's not Jax. It's way more than that. But think of that opportunity for you to ask anything. It literally says ask anything and attach things and everything there. What I thought was quite cool about this was, from a client's point of view, that's what it's designed for, right? As accountants and bookkeepers, we've got other tools to help us do this. But from a client's point of view, it's going to be that cool idea of, especially on their mobile phone, right? They're going to have the opportunity to ask these questions, get some insights and all that sort of stuff, which is amazing. But my favorite demo part of the demo that I saw was this, there's no hallucination here, which can happen in ChatGPT, right? Like it's got so much to learn from, and everything else it can get confused. With this one, it's laser focused just on what it needs to be focused on, which is what you need, right? It's kind of ring fence. As an accountant, we're going to be able to see that chat log. So if your client has been asking those questions, we're going to have the opportunity to see that. And if it ever gets to a point where it goes, I'm sure of this, but I think you best ask a question or get this clarified, it will then give the client there and then the opportunity to book you as the accountant, and that will appear on there. There's a new system where you can book directly through QuickBooks to talk to your accountant, and you'll have the opportunity to bring it in there. So really, really, really cool. I know you guys probably haven't had a chance to properly see it, but what do you think about the idea of having that functionality within QuickBooks?
I love it. I have seen a box. Now, this might be, excuse me if I'm wrong, because I've not seen it before. And it's like an ask accountant box next to the help box. Has that been there a while?
Ask the accountant.
It's like ask accountant. It came up. I only noticed it today. And I thought, and I thought, actually, I mean, the ability to see the chat log, you can see where they're getting information from. If they're getting it wrong or they're getting it right, you see that. And clients do want a there and there solution. All of them do. We all do want a there and there solution. So if you can't get in a solution, and then you can go, right, booking straight away, when it's going to save us time. Save them time sending us an email. If QuickBooks can go, right, they're looking at this is the problem, and get that to us when they've booked it. Great. Yeah. That's great. It's going to think
about the training side as well, right? Like the client goes, I've got this credit note and I don't really know what to do with a credit note. How do I put a credit note on? Like that. Like, yes, they could ask us. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not being funny, but given the opportunity for them to ask something and get that response there and then and just get on with their day.
Yeah.
So much more useful, right? Like we're all proactive accountants, but we can't like drop of a hat solve every single issue every single time, right? So yeah, given that opportunity to do that, I'm well up for it. I think that's a really clever. And I like the fact that it's all we're gonna have to play with this, right? And this is gonna be the first place that's gonna be playing with it. Don't you worry about it. We'll be testing it out. We'll be testing ChatGPT versus QuickBooks versus Xero versus all of them, right?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be putting these through the paces. So at the moment, it's very much a case of the proof is in the pudding, right? And we've got to trial it. But the idea that they thought that far ahead to go, if you're not 100% sure, or there's any form of like ambiguity about it, here's a link to your accountant. Go get the accountants to sort it out. I think it's huge.
Exactly. Well, so the box I'm talking about that came up, I noticed today, and excuse me if it has been there before, it's next to your help, and it's called My Experts.
Oh,
Yeah, and you click on it, and it says to get expert help with your books, go to My Accountant, check back later for new expert services. There's a box that says My Accountant, and you click on it, and it takes obviously through to the My Accountant screen.
And are you doing this as a client, or as the are you going as an accountant? You're using your accountant.
As the accountant, I'm using the accountant login.
Okay.
But in a client file, Amy.
I'm in a client file, but I'm in as the accountant.
Yeah.
So it's only something that I noticed today. So when you were talking about that, I thought, oh, is that linked somehow to what you're talking about? But yeah, it's called My Experts.
Ooh,
so it could be their version of the live. Oh, I've done this. So live accounting or live experts is what's in the US at the moment. That gives an opportunity for you to kind of, as a client, you can kind of pay someone to do their bookkeeping. That's that sort of idea, but in product and get it all done and ask questions and everything else. Live expert in the UK, if I'm right, that was the pilot we ran where you had the opportunity to book in a call with an accountant, and there was like a handful of us that were like in the trial. Go from there. So if that's what it is, that's wicked that it's kind of there and there.
Yeah,
I've had a quick look. I can't see it. My Experts.
Yeah, that trial thing. I was on that trial thing where you could book in a call with the accountant. I was on that thing a while ago. But this,
Oh, contact expert as a client. They get to go to My Accountant. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then go through. Awesome. All right. So what about you, Charlie? The idea of having Intuit Intelligence, like chatbot, basically directly in QuickBooks. You for, against? What's your opinion on it?
Oh, very for, absolutely. I mean, the more this stuff can help clients, the better. I mean, this is all moving very fast, but we're getting to a stage where most of the bookkeeping can be. I mean, we're already semi-automated, but this will really start to help clients get it right. Hopefully, it will tell clients or tell us if they think it's got it wrong. I mean, I've always had slight problems with with the VAT sort of audit review thing that's built in QuickBooks, which is very, very good and very comprehensive, but it gives too much information. Now, what this kind of stuff can do, I'm hoping, would be much more targeted advice. So, telling me that a transfer from a current account to a deposit account's got no VAT code isn't really very helpful, because of course it doesn't have a VAT code. But artificial intelligence will understand the difference. So having the kind of things, and where clients can say, okay, I need to post this type of transaction, not done it before. How do I do it? What are the implications? I think it's fantastic. Absolutely. I can't wait to play with it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do, right? We need to have a play with these things, and just to and I know we've had some other questions. We'll come back to those other questions as well. But Kirsty's got a relevant question. My sister used the task finger yesterday, but he never told me that she's dead. So this isn't the task finger. I know what you're talking about there, Kirsty. This is Intuit Intelligence, which hasn't been released yet. It's not even the US product yet. I've got a feeling when it's released, but I can't say when. But yeah, there is. It's something to keep an eye out. But think of it as in a ChatGPT style box, like chat box, but just directly in the browser, and more importantly, I think directly in the phone as well for them to play with as well. So very exciting, very exciting. They talked about this new leads area that they're kind of bringing in. So they're trying to incorporate more of that MailChimp goodness into there and trying to build it through there. The concepts I've seen look really, really cool. And the fact that it's very mobile focused as well, I think that's where we're going to see a lot of uptake from our clients, definitely. And I think, as an accountant, bookkeeper, business advisor, whatever you want to call us now, like the idea that we're not just selling this product to do their taxes and do their tax returns and VAT returns, everything else, and their finances. This is our opportunity to give them that whole business tool, right? The tool for helping them grow their business and put things through there like that. And if you pair that with the agents that have been announced, like one of the agents is a customer agent, and the idea is it attaches to your inbox, your email inbox, and it will start bringing those leads directly through for you. So instead of you having to say, right, this is a lead, and start the process, it will find them for you and bring them to the table, and you can have automation there if you want to, right? If you want to keep them hot leads and keep kind of building up from there, opportunities there. So that was
one thing I would throw in on that, though, the idea of lots and lots of software now is sitting on top of your email box and looking for stuff. My view on that is, because all sorts of stuff can come in, to your email box that's confidential and should go to other people.
Yeah.
So my view on that is, I think it's a brilliant idea that it's doing that kind of stuff, but I would set up bespoke email addresses, bespoke mailbox for particular things. So leads should come to, info at or leads at, hello at, or something like that. Yeah. Because what you don't want is third-party software which other members of your team can see that has got picking up all sorts of emails that are directed at you. So I would, if you're playing with these things, keep a separate non-personal mailbox.
I love that advice. Yeah. I think you're right. And I think this is a lot of the, I don't know about you, but with that chat we just had about Atlas and ChatGPT and all that lot.
Yeah.
We'd been doing it already, but it's really emphasized for us. We now have separate logins for these agents and everything else. Like we have an agent login now for these sort of ones. It's so restricted. Like most of them is just read-only access, right? Because we need to get confidence and we need to understand what they can and can't do, right? And we need to have that thing. So I think we've all got to be really tuned on at the moment, like you're saying there, Charlie, about like that safety and everything else. But the idea of it, the idea of giving us that power and giving that empowerment to our clients, I think is absolutely brilliant. What's your thoughts on it, Amy?
Yeah, I think it'd be really good to give them the opportunity to do things themselves. I'm finding lately a lot of my clients are wanting to do their own bookkeeping. That's what I'm finding, doing their own, they're looking at all their costs. They're worried about what's going to happen in the budget. They're thinking, right, what can I take back? And I'm having those conversations. Yeah. But I know some of them will struggle. I know they will struggle. Yeah. So anything that can help them along the way, they're going to take it back. They don't want to pay for it from me. That's fine. But anything that can help. So when it does come to the year end and I'm looking at the year end, it's not all a complete mess. So, the intelligence side of things, it gives them the empowerment to do it themselves and gives me the kind of like trust that the client, well, I'm hoping it will. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it will. And by the sounds of it, what it's going to do, it definitely will do that.
Yeah, it seems like it, right? It seems like it.
Yeah.
Then they came on to Intuit Accounting Suite. Now, this is huge. In my mind, I think this is huge. So think about it from QBOA, right? QBOA historically has been our way as accountants and bookkeepers to be able to get access to our clients. And that's typically all we've really used it for. There's a bit of subscription management in there. There's where you get your training from. You can have access to that there. But really, if you think about it, really, we just use it in an area to jump between clients, right? That's what it's been there for.
Yeah.
Now, QuickBooks itself has had this big glow up and it's had this opportunity to have this brand new UI and everything else. Intuit Accounting Suite is the new UI for QuickBooks Online Accountant, but giving us so much more. And the area that they're really focusing on is that holistic view of your client. So you're going to be able to see not just the list of clients, but key KPIs that you can set up. So it's going to be turnover or director's loan position, for example. Like you're going to be in control of exactly of what that data is going to be, right? So it's going to present that data to you. You're going to have that data all flowing there. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love the idea of bringing that data up there, because I feel like this is going to be the opportunity to be the best task management in the world. Like, yes, it's for the QuickBooks clients at this point in time. There's talks about how that can be bridged later down the line. But for now, concentrate on the QuickBooks clients. You're going to have the opportunity to see all of that data there. And with that AI element as well, it's going to bring that data in and it's going to give you an opportunity to have that data come at you. And I've seen examples, for example, where you don't have to go into the client anymore to be told this potentially a problem. And the
Yeah.
best example I saw was that it came up and it said, oh, the computer expenses ballooned in this month for this particular client. Comes up with the error, comes up with the issue, but also cleverly, it also comes up with the opportunity for you to fix it there and then. So
Oh, amazing.
no having to reallocate or anything like that. You just say thumbs up, thumbs down to the AI telling you. It will move it from computer, put it into assets, and it will then give you an opportunity at that point to and it will tell you then, oh, let's put depreciation while we're there. And it will just there's no UI, there's no reallocation. No, you're just saying, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that idea. Go ahead and do it. And then again, you've not gone into the client at this point. You're still in your QBOA area, and you or your teammate or whoever has fixed it at that point and gone through from there. Like, it sounds almost too surreal, but I promise you, I've seen it working. I've seen it in action. What were you guys' thoughts to that? This is Intuit Accounting Suite.
At the moment, I am, like everyone else probably that's listening, I'm having to go into review. So I've got bookkeepers doing work for me. Yeah. I don't know when they've last reconciled the bank. I don't know whether they've, what's sitting as on unmatched, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going into each one, and then of course I'm using the top to go between them. But to have something in one place, it's going to make my review time of their work a lot quicker.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have to use another plugin to QuickBooks. So at the moment, I am using something similar that has a plugin. But if it's within the QuickBooks ecosystem, QBOA ecosystem, I haven't got to then go out, and you can't really check when you're using other software. You can't really change what to pick up.
Exactly.
Whereas in QuickBooks, if I'm hoping there'll be do you know what? Do you want to see this, or do you want to see this, or do you want to? When was it last reconciled? Like this bank, when it was like this. So getting that all in one place can drive our attention to the clients that need it the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like the bit you were saying about obviously the AI side of it, picking up anomalies. So I know what Charlie was saying about the VAT error report, but I really love the VAT error report compared to other where I'm doing VAT returns on other softwares that don't really have anything like that. We are replicating what we're doing in the VAT error report in other softwares. So if it can go in and do those things without me asking, or without me having to click and just be like, can I alert you to this? Can I alert you to that? Especially for me, overdrawn direct loan accounts.
Yeah.
Always
having that as a thing, right? We're getting a notification that, and we can be reactive, right? I keep saying this term a lot at the moment. When cloud came through and the advent, and we all moved to cloud, we got real-time information. That was amazing. That changed the game for accountancy, right? My big push for what AI is going to do for us is, we're going to have real time, but it's real-time accurate information, right? Like, that's what this is bringing us. It's going to spot those problems and spot those issues and make us more reactive, right? I mean, Charlie, what do you think to the idea of IAS at the moment?
I think it's great. I mean, I agree with Amy, what Amy was saying there. Yes, I mean, the ability to be proactive, to tell it what we want to know about, and for it to tell us what we need to know at the time, and to see in one place. I mean, this is the key thing. I've been saying for years, and I'm delighted that they're doing this, to have the ability within, whether it's the old QBOA screen or within IAS, Intuit Accounting Suite, to have the ability to see in that place, okay, which clients do I want to monitor regularly to be up to date on the bank recs, up to date with, viewing anything like an overdrawn loan account or whatever it is, debtors that have gone too long, that kind of stuff, and to have all that presented to us on a summary screen, I think is enormously valuable. It'll be a huge time saver, huge efficiency gains, and allow us to provide a very, very much more proactive service to our clients.
Exactly. And the part of being a part of this VIP council that I was with, that was, talking about IAS and how they could be, like, my big strive for this is, well, let's rethink the way we do bookkeeping, for example, at the moment, right? Like we all know bookkeeping at the moment is very much driven by maybe a date. Like that could be like a driving factor. You need the bookkeeping done by this date. And then typically after that, it's what, alphabetical order? Like that's, if you've got a team and you're passing it in, right?
Always start at the top.
Yeah, like it's as primitive as that. And that's not a fault of any other practice management solution or anything like that. Like they're still doing exactly what they need to do. But what we really want to be doing is having algorithms dictate what should be the next client that should be serviced, right? Like there's such clever ways based on transactions, based on what's still outstanding, based on all manner of different trigger points, right? And if we can get this right, we could be, you could present this this screen to your team, your bookkeeping team, and it'll present to them at the top of the list the client that needs the most help there and then, right? Based on whatever algorithm, whatever decision making, whatever solution you need, and we turn it on a head then, right? And if a client's suddenly got an overdrawn direct debit account, or suddenly got debtors that were overdue, or whatever it's going to be, they could rise to the top, right? Because they need our help more than maybe the client that is alphabetically, it's always top of the list, but actually doesn't need to always our help at day one, right? And I feel like that's turning it on its head, and if we can get that right, absolutely amazing. And then the other big feature of IS is that book close is going to be part of it. So you're going to have that, like you're saying there, Amy, that idea of being able to review. You're going to see that on a holistic view for each client, what percentage there are and everything else. But then they're really going to be pushing capacity planning as well. Like the idea that let's not just base it on like a rudimental time, but transactions and how much messy or dirty that client is, and clean that client is. Like let's use those algorithms to figure out, well, how much work have we got here to do? And then capacity planning to go in there. And their kind of dream scenario after all this is done is that maybe drop ship in some, QuickBooks qualified people that, from our network that could just go in there and do maybe a bit of capacity for you and stuff like that is like their end goal. And yeah, I'm so excited of where this can take us and what that can be. QBOA has always just been a tool, right? We just logged in, and now this has the potential to be the best task management on the planet from my point. Any thoughts your end, guys, about capacity planning and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I already use the client overview
Yes.
that we've got to get my transaction volumes for my bookkeeping fees. So we've already got that, a bit of that in there in the common issues section. It's not something that I go for the transactions, but I don't really massively look at the common issues, because I'm like, right, I need to just go down to the bottom, get my volumes, get my prices up. So actually having it in front of you when you log in your clients and in the order, exactly like you say, you're gonna pick it up. It's gonna stand out to you. So although some of the things probably been there, it's not something like maybe the work papers that you say to me that I should be using. Having it a little bit in your face is going to make you really utilize what QuickBooks has already got and how it's developed. So bring it on. I want it now.
It's so exciting, isn't it? And this is it. Like we need this now, right? Charlie, any final thoughts on Intuit Accounting Suite and where it's going?
I mean, I think I've said what I feel about it. I'm hugely positive. I can't wait to see it in action. I think it is, to use that overused term, a game changer. But I really can't wait to see it in action. Have a good old play with it. It is going to make a massive difference.
And in your tech stack, I still see this as, I still don't think it's replacing a practice management solution. I think we need that overall view and everything else. But I think for me, it's right. We know what clients we need to do bookkeeping for. We know what clients we need to do. This is the tool, task management and micromanaging the bookkeeping solution, right? Do you guys feel the same?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of sort of practice management solution, I think if you're not using any sort of practice management solution, what this will help you do is get you some way towards dealing with a bunch of stuff.
True.
But it doesn't do the things that a really good practice management solution does in all the other areas outside bookkeeping. So I don't need QuickBooks to do that for me. But as a tool to manage the bookkeeping tasks, yes, absolutely, those should be managed within QuickBooks. And accounts year-end closures or month-end, quarter-end close, all that kind of stuff, absolutely, to have that in QuickBooks is really, really useful. I don't need it to remind me about when confirmation statements need filing and all that kind of stuff.
Amazing.
I think though, if you're a bookkeeper starting out, I know we're talking about the year-end accounts and, like you said, Charlie, confirmation statements. If you're a bookkeeper starting out now, you're not going to need that practice management software necessarily and this will have it in place and help you manage your workload within that. If you've got that holistic view, you've got all your clients in there, because you're going to put your clients in that aren't necessarily on QuickBooks as well. Hopefully in the future they'll let us do that actually, if you're starting out now and you're not, like you say, Charlie, you're doing the bookkeeping, you're doing the VAT returns, you're doing the payroll, but you're not necessarily doing the year-end accounts, tax returns, confirmation statements. QuickBooks as a suite would have everything that you need.
Well, my fear, you see, is, I love QuickBooks. I've used it for 20 something years. And I think it is far and away the best piece of software in the bookkeeping arena.
Yes.
Nothing comes, there's one other product that's decent, but nowhere near as good. And there's nothing else that comes anywhere close to those two, in my opinion. My fear when one product tries to do too many things is it turns into Sage, it turns into Iris, and it becomes bogged down in the areas for which it was originally built. And they try to be really, really good at doing company secretarial and be really, really good at tax return. I don't need QuickBooks to be, I want it to continue to be what it has always been for me, far and away the best bookkeeping product. It is fantastic at that. And long may it be so. And I've got no problem if somebody wants to be filing other bits from there, but I would not want the focus to be on an all-round, we will do everything for you as an accountant product.
No, I think I recognise that as an accountant product, and I probably don't know enough about the filings of accounts and corporation tax returns. I know Aaron knows more, but I think if a bookkeeper who's not doing year-end compliance, this as a solution with its new holistic view and the client requests and everything, you don't need anything else.
Oh, I agree completely on that.
So actually,
and empowers them, right?
And then you've got the latest technology within there, and you start as you mean to go on with the client requests, the My Accountant area. I don't know what it's called in the new one. Sorry, I don't know if it's still called the same. The sharing of information like that. The your books close, your work papers, your everything that you want to do as a bookkeeping practice. Perfect.
So one other concept, just to close on that, is that client collaboration is part and parcel of this new Intuit Accounting Suite.
Yes.
So think about the idea that you could do a call directly within QuickBooks to your client, so you can actually see what they're seeing and everything else, and kind of have that option of going through from there. They want to bring that technology over, which very much excited for, and document management, but on steroids or whatever the phrase is going to be, right? Like they're going to get also those calls you're going to have will be script have the transcripts and the summaries directly within the client, so that any team members can see those conversations and everything else going there. The AI is going to see that and help you kind of deliver on whatever promise you've made to them. Maybe it's like, we're going to start using classes and locations going forward, and then it can start kind of preempting that bit and helping them out and giving them examples of that. And then this document management is going to be like, well, you've all probably had the same problem. The client sent the bank statement in, but where is it and all that sort of stuff. Now we're going to have that AI element to be able to bring that together, collaborate that, and go through from there. And then I think, did we show the client request in one of the earlier episodes of QB Labs? So that's that idea of having that collaboration there and having that AI be able to say that's there. That's all part and parcel of it now. So very, very, very exciting. Any final bits before because I feel like we shouldn't really talk about Enterprise Suite without Simon being. I hope Simon gets back soon and can join us. But there was a lot about Enterprise Suite there, and I want to, I want to get Simon's views on that one. So final bit then is just go through some of these questions. Kirsty says, in the QBO summary screen, I love seeing the XX items to clear, but any tips for getting rid of the red exclamation for disconnected banks? So two bits here. First of all, if you've got a disconnected bank and you're not using it anymore, head over to that banking screen and you get to disconnect it directly from there. So you can go into the screen, press the edit, and then you'll have the option disconnect and it's gone forever. Or if you go to the closed books area, so where your work papers is, Kirsty, go down to the next one there. You actually now have the opportunity to decide what accounts it's going to look into for you. So you can actually tailor that experience of what it's looking at and where it is, because by default, we're just going to look at every balance sheet item for you in every cash and bank account, right? Go in there now and you can decide where it's going to do. That will also update your overview page as well. So you got the opportunity to do that. Is Charlie typing? Yes, yes, he was, but we'll let him off. You guys think I can offer basic bookkeeping service with a level 2 AAT and QBO advisor cert? I would 100% say you can definitely offer bookkeeping service, but just make sure that you've got a practicing certificate. So level 2 AAT doesn't quite cover you for a practicing certificate. You kind of need to go a step above that. So looking at any other bits people want to say about that one?
No, I was going to say the practicing certificate thing. So
awesome.
You've already got that.
And then, will QuickBooks provide a tool that enables companies to submit their corporation tax straight from QuickBooks Simple Start? Great question. From what I've been privy to know and it will be an accountant only feature, I'm afraid. I don't know for how long, I don't know forever or anything like that, but at the moment, put it this way, at the moment I wouldn't feel comfortable with clients using it anyway. I think there is it's a good product, it's getting there, it will keep getting better, but in its current form it definitely isn't a client-facing product, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And I've even known accountants struggle to get the best out of it. And then Jamie Louise Burns just gives us 2 hearts. That's what we love to see. And they're QuickBooks green hearts as well. God bless you for answering my question. Anytime, sir, anytime. Come along, and that's what we're here for. So any final parting ways, questions, or anything like that? Again, I think the most important thing for us to do is talk about these products when we get to talk about them, and we get to talk about all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Amy, go on.
No, go for it, Charlie.
Well, I was just going to say, because they officially launch, my understanding is they officially launch next week. Is that right? No? Okay. Maybe not.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, the guy's gone at me.
Whenever they officially
Save Aaron.
Whenever they officially launch, I don't know.
We believe it's next week. I think we're allowed to say, Charlie. Yeah, we believe it's.
That's what I thought we were allowed to say.
Yeah.
Then we will be allowed to play with it. I mean, look, I can't say anything outside an NDA because I haven't seen it. So anything I say is public knowledge anyway, by definition, because I've not seen anything. So I genuinely can only talk from public information. You've not told me anything. You refuse to tell me.
Exactly.
We can't tell you.
Yeah. So,
because of the NDA.
So I'm allowed to say whatever I like because I don't know anything that's not in the public domain. So yeah. So once that's all happened, we will be obviously come back again and obviously release more. We will be able to show images, show videos, show exactly how it all works, and I cannot wait for that because I think it's a very exciting time.
And I think we owe it to everyone to trial it out, right? Test it. I think that's what we can do for people. We can, put it through its paces and everything else.
I think I am going to go into my QuickBooks, say goodbye to the old format and embrace the new. I'm excited for what's coming whenever it comes.
You thought CIS was the big win for you,
okay.
Right?
Do you know, I'm going to save the CIS rant for another day because I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
How can I throw in another comment following what Amy says?
Go for it.
About CIS?
No, not about. I know nothing about CIS, as you know. I've never ever filed a CIS return in my life. I know nothing about contracting and all that stuff. Thank God.
That's Charlie we're talking about.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. So no, Amy, you just said that you are going to go in and embrace and turn on all the new features that have been available as an option for a while now. What I would just add on that, because whenever, I think most of us are probably like this, whenever you start to see these new features, you look at it and first and go, oh no, this is horrible, whatever it is, from whoever it is. And the reason you think it's horrible is because it isn't what you're used to. So my trick of dealing with these things is, if I'm working on something that I've got a chunk of work to do, but it's not a complicated piece of work, turn on the new, and you've got time, turn on the new feature, play with the new feature when you're not straight, you're not up against a deadline, you haven't got a client screaming at you or external deadline screaming at you. Have a play with it, because once you get used to it, and this is with any new system, I'm not talking about QuickBooks now, anything at all. The more you get used to it, when you relax and you've got time and you're not worried because it takes you 10 more seconds to find out where something is in this new version, I suspect you will then find because there are things that are about it that are a little bit more difficult to get used to while it's new, but it's got features in there that didn't exist before and are very much better. But you've got to sort of get through that initial discomfort of, oh, I'm a bit uncomfortable because it looks different. You get through that discomfort and you find the new features. And that's my advice, is play with it when you've got time. Turn back to the old version if you want. If you're really stressed up against it, flip it back to the old one, but flip it back to the new one when you've got a bit more time, and get used to it. That's my advice.
Great bit of advice there, Charlie. Great bit of advice. Loving that. We should put that on a t-shirt, but it'd be a bit of a long t-shirt. Maybe we'll have to figure out exactly what merch we put it on. Love that. Love that. All right then, team. So first of all, I'll give you opportunity to plug away. Charlie, do you want to go first? Where do you want to plug? Who do you want to plug? Where can people find you, etc.? Go for it.
I want to plug Dell, who sold me the camera that keeps switching itself off. So thank you, Dell.
I've got a camera for you.
No, it's a very good camera. It's meant to be very good. Great reviews.
You look great, Charlie.
Yeah, do you know what? I probably have never looked better than I do right now on this screen. This is me at my best. Yeah, so I'm about to email Dell and go, the camera you sold me 2 months ago keeps turning itself off. But other than that, what do I want to approach? My Facebook group, QuickBooks Online. I'm gonna have to change the name of it soon, aren't I? When we go IAS. But anyway, when it's all Intuit rather than QuickBooks branding. But QuickBooks Online Accountant for Pro Advisors, I think we're called. I can't remember the name of my own group. Something like that. Find QuickBooks Pro Advisors on Facebook. There's about 800 or 900 of us on there. Come along, join the group. It's a really, really useful place where you can ask questions, get some advice, and if you want, have a little rant. Definitely. Amy, plug away.
I'm out and about this month. I'm out of the office, so I'm not just behind this screen. What's this month? There's QuickBooks Council, I think.
Yes, maybe.
I'm looking at Aaron going, there's the Lucas, my first time. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's shot. He's gone. I'm coming to the Lucas, which is really
they're
good.
great. You'll have fun there.
Oh, good. And then there's Fusion 25.
Yes.
Tax Calc and Engager.
Yes.
So that's towards the end of the month as well. And I'm talking there. So yeah, I'm finally getting out and about. Come and say hi. Come and have a chat about everything. And then, me and Aaron are back next week. Talking again next Wednesday, aren't we, Aaron?
Yes, we are.
I might join you on that one if my camera works.
I think we should, because we think we're going to put it on its head. It was going to be an MTD one. Yeah, but we're going to be talking about ASCP as problems have occurred. We'll talk more about it on the main show next week, but we'll also have a whole dedicated thing on it as well. So, yes, fun times for us accountants and bookkeepers and just what we need.
Right, now we can go and get a drink.
Yes, we certainly can. Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much for listening to October's edition of QuickBooks Labs. It's October, right? Yeah, that's how this works. But honestly, we're going to make sure we get November's done very, very soon, because we have stuff to talk about. I tell you that. Once these NDAs are out of the way. Right. Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for everyone who's been commenting, watching, talking, liking, all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. I haven't put an outro video. Someone quickly say something quick.
Bye.
Cheerio. Bye. you.